Man, the music in this game is so good. All right. My webcam like super blurry. Does look pretty blurry. Hold on. All right, that's a little bit better. Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to our Iron Man of Thracia as part of our series where we Iron Man every single Fire Emblem game. We will be starting chapter 7, the Shield of Thracia. What's up, Tonga? That's good. Just playing some Fire Emblem. And yeah, this is the final chapter of the Manster escape, so it's fairly straightforward, although there's a little bit of funky stuff to be had here, but yeah. Anyways, his mind consumed by regret, Leaf managed to escape Manster. He was joined by several members of the Magi, who pledged themselves to his service. Yet there was no time to celebrate. An enormous price had been placed on Leaf's head, and countless bounty hunters were determined to claim it. What's more, the Knights of Manster had doggedly pursued Leaf. Or doggedly, maybe? Maybe it's like doggedly, yeah. And their forces were growing dangerously close. Chapter 7, the Shield of Thracia. Prince Leaf, the Knights of Manster will catch up with us before long. What should I do? There are two options. First, you could flee through the mountain range to the west and lose the knights in the rocky terrain. Second, you can continue south and seek refuge in Castle Meath. In either case, it will be necessary to petition Thracia for immediate aid. Ask Thracia for aid? That's absurd. Those damnable cowards took everything from me. My kingdom, my mother, my father. I'll not come crawling to them with cup in hand. Do you expect to fight off the Knights of Manster with the strength of your pride alone? We're not fighting to satisfy your own sense of vengeance, my prince. We fight to liberate North Thracia from the tyranny of the Empire. You yourself said that there was no hardship you will be unwilling to endure to accomplish this. Do you think the only kind of hardship in this war will be from battle? Even supposing I did agree, what makes you think that we can trust Thracia, their allies of the Empire? And if foreign invaders amass at their borders, they'll respond with force all the same. I imagine the retaliation from General Hannibal of Meath would be especially great. He's a famed military leader that the people revere as the Shield of Thracia. Between us and Raedric's men, who do you think he would help? I understand. We'll take refuge in Castle Meath and head for Thracia or Tara afterwards. You want to make for Tara, as in the city refusing to take part in child hunts? The same city being besieged by the Imperial armor for their rebellion? Going there with a small force we have now is certain death. Does my prince wish an early grave? Tara is my home away from home. You could say, the Duke of Tara sheltered me for years and was killed by the Empire for it. I have many friends there, Augustrius. I won't abandon them now. Very well, but let's discuss this later. Right now, focus on our escape. It seems like a good idea. I gotta move over my chat a little. Oh. There's even no further deaths from Ronan? Yeah, me too, to be honest. We've had a few close calls too, but we've been really lucky. Yeah, Ronan died, Ronan died immediately. I was actually pretty worried because when it's very different to play Fire Emblem by yourself, especially these Iron Mans, as opposed to playing like when you're reacting to Twitch chat. And that was like the second chapter, right, where he died, and I'm like, oh no, this might go really poorly. But I mean, part of it's luck, but we've been really consistent with characters dying since then. And more resets than actual combat. To be fair, I've also done a couple of these runs, but no, I think we'll get a lot more deaths. This game is very unrelenting even as we progress, but I think part of it too is, well, the Manster escape chapters are really, really difficult. I've just played them so much, and because they're difficult, I think I focus more on the strategy of those chapters. Like, it's weird to say this, but I almost think you lose more characters on easy modes and easy chapters. Not easy modes, but easy chapters and easy moments, because you're just paying less attention. I remember when we did a Sacred Stones playthrough and I lost my Erica in like the dumbest way because I just like wasn't paying attention because it's so easy. So I think part of it's that too, even though it's difficult, you know, I'm like so much more focused when I'm doing it as opposed to like other easy like the Ronin death there was no reason for us to have lost a run in there, you know? What's all the ruckus? A couple rebels in Manchester kicked the hornet's nest. I hear the ringleader is a young'un named Leaf, a Leinster prince with a price on his head to match. The boy's got stones, all right. Almost seems like a shame to kill him, but coin is coin. He's coming our way already. Haven't had a bounty this convenient in a long while. Okay, so this chapter is very interesting. Obviously we have a bunch of Myrmidons in the middle here, along with Shiva, who we will be recruiting. There is no boss, or at least not on the throne. Then we have a bunch of brigands and fighters and stuff over here. So like you said, you can go to the left and then down here if you want. You can also go straight down the middle and fight them. Now there's also going to be some enemies from behind. I'm trying to remember what turn they come on exactly. Turn 2. Yeah. But the thing about the enemies from behind is that the boss in particular is going to go right here. So if we move somebody onto that spot, we can actually prevent him from spawning. But I don't think Asbel can get there on turn 2. 6 move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I would need to promote him, which we could do. On the other hand, we could just fight him. What's that? Watching your Final 6 gameplay. Iron Man. You play so different from mine. Should make it easy, just pushing forward. Hoping for the best. It is sometimes, but yeah, I think it depends on the moment. Again, I think that's why the harder chapters are almost not easier, but not so bad, because when you do have your full focus to something because you know it's difficult, it changes it quite a bit. So here's the thing, right? Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. There's like a silver sword in here. I just got an iron sword. Yeah, iron blade. I think one of these guys has a silver sword, killing edge. So the units that are going to spawn from over here, which is Finn and Safi, need to recruit Shiva. So we want Shiva to go over here. Now, in order to do that, we need the sellswords. This is the guy. Yeah, this guy's really scary. We need the sellswords to be closer to them than to our main army. So pushing to the north a little bit for starters actually isn't too bad of an idea, or to the left, which is usually the strategy that I take. So I'm gonna have everybody, and unfortunately we don't get access to the convoy quite yet. I'm gonna have everybody head over here. I believe there's also a master seal. You're headed for Tara? Best take this antitoxin with you then. If you get stuck with one of the venom weapons, just pour that over your wound, it'll clear it right out. I heard lots of bandits to the west like using poison. One dose of that stuff and you'll be for a bad time, so keep that antitoxin handy. Antitoxins are kind of like a meme because they're so useless, but poison never goes away in this game, neither do any status effects, so well, I would still probably qualify it as a meme. It's not as memey as it is in some other games. Okay, I need tomes, actually. I didn't realize how shorthanded I was in tomes. There's a fire there. Somebody has got to just have a bunch of tomes, right? Fire. I'm surprised Lithus doesn't have more. Okay, you have fire. Okay. So, give me your fire. Because I don't want to just have to spam Graph Caliber here. We'll get rid of, yeah, 1 3-use vulnerary I think should be enough here. Okay. You're not being sacrificed anymore. I know, she's finally useful. She can finally actually do, like, I mean, she was always useful, to be fair, but now she's useful not just as a capture bait. Welcome back, General Hannibal. I see your dungeon is considerably more full than when I departed. What, pray tell, happened while I was away? A group of suspicious characters were making their way down the mountains near here, so we saw fit to arrest them. I reckon they're bandits from the eastern frontier. What have they to say for themselves? We're just villagers, and the obvious tripe, another obvious tripe. What kind of villagers trek through the Thracian mountains? His portrait's such a glow up. Yeah, he's looking good. They must be up to something, otherwise why lie? What's more, we saw what looked like a knight among them, but the man escaped. We've assembled search parties to find him. Understood. I'll go have a word with the prisoners myself. In the meanwhile, there's some sort of commotion over in Manster. Raedric must be up to something. Let's not give the twofold traitor any openings, eh? Ah, of course, my lord. I must reach Lord Leaf at once. I pray that he's still safe. I cannot allow myself to be delayed any longer. Sister, please make your way back to Tara. Am I that much of a burden to you, Sir Finn? Not at all. Your presence has been most heartening. But where I go, I'm not certain I can protect you. When I left Tara, I swore to Saint Heim that for those willing to defend the city, there was nothing I wouldn't do. If I can help Lord Leaf, and in doing so help Tara, then I must. We are both bound by duty, Sir Finn. Allow me to uphold my oath. I understand, sister. Let's get moving before we lose any more daylight. Those are your third Fire Emblem 4 to the Chad portrait in Fire Emblem 5. Yeah, something must have happened to him in between. I guess in Fire Emblem 4, he's in a pretty awkward spot, so... Okay, so we get Finn back, which is great. And again, in order to recruit Shiva, you need to talk to him with Safi. At least I'm pretty sure that's how you... Let me just make sure really quick. Speak to him with Safi, yes. Okay, so again, we want to move these two down here. Safi still has heals, right? Yeah, perfect. Okay. Because where's Shiva right now? Yeah, we want Shiva to be basically closer. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Like 17, and up here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, I think 14, 15, 16. Yeah, so he should be farther away. So unfortunately we can't get here, so we can't stop the general from spawning. How long do the enemies spawn for? Turns 2 to 5. Okay, so not that much, to be honest. So I'm gonna stay in here. Let's equip that, and then this. I believe the general doesn't move, but... Hey there, soldier. At the risk of sounding too forward, I've always admired the Panzerritter, you know? You folks are just so brave, with a body to match. What the beg pardon? You're not with the Panzerritter? Or Ritter? Oh, come on. I had this whole spiel prepared and everything. There go my plans. Look, one of the knights in the Panzerritter was by earlier, and he left this here. I thought it was the classic pretend to forget something, see an excuse to come back play, but I guess it's not. This is a horny woman in this house. Well, I'll see that this gets back to him, will you? This is a Master Seal, I think? Yeah, okay. So that's our second Master Seal. I don't really know who'll be using that. Maybe Othin? I'm not sure yet. But yeah, everybody else basically just wants to head over here. Oh, well, that's nice. And you don't really have to mess with these people at all, to be completely honest. But it is decent experience. I'll probably wait to do anything too drastic because I'd like to get some scrolls on people. Asbel's pretty much as strong as he's going to get. We can just promote him. I could have promoted him right now, to be honest. That might have been a good idea, but... Maybe Fergus? I wouldn't mind trading Fergus. Fergus is a character that I really like, but always winds up, like, dying in all my playthroughs. There's also Karen, who's not a bad unit to shove some scrolls on and then train. Luckily, even though Raedric shows up about 10 feet from Asbel, he will not attack Asbel. The rebels have a head start, but they're only on foot. Eisenhower, chase them down with your knights and eliminate them. The most important question in the world for you, are you more of a cat person or a dog person? So I've never owned a cat or a dog. I like both. Maybe cats. I do like dogs though. You know, it's funny actually, my neighbors this summer left and abandoned 2 cats in like our neighborhood. So so I sort of own a cat in a sense, because there's a cat that hangs out in my backyard and I sort of take care of him and I really like him. So maybe cat, but I like both quite a bit. What about you, Tonga? Are you more of a cat or a dog person? Don't allow them to set even 1 foot on Castle Meath's soil. Aye, my lord, but Thracia is our sworn ally. Why would the rebels head to Castle Meath? Oh, please. Thracia and the Empire can mix no better than oil and water. We may be allies, but we're certainly not friends. If the rebels have any sense, they'll use that to their advantage. Oh, I see. Perhaps I'm overestimating them, but I'll not be made a fool twice. Still, we can't overplay our hand. Hannibal's elite knights, the Panzerritter. Oh, so the Panzerritter are Hannibal's knights. Okay. I was like, what is she talking about? Who are the Panzerritters? Lie in wait inside the castle. Attacking them would be tantamount to a declaration of war. If they take the field, you must not lay a hand on them, no matter what. Aye, my lord. Richard gets to blame for all the losses. He really is, though. You can just walk. Oh, okay. So in an ideal world, what happens here is you split the units. So like some of them go down to attack Finn, and then some of them go up to attack you. So that way Finn doesn't have to fight all of them. Did he just miss? I'm sorry. Did he just miss 3 fires in a row? Did I just see that correctly? Do my eyes deceive me? So yeah, ideally we get some of them to go up to the north, but it should be okay. What is his percentage? How did that happen? He just missed 3 88% in a row. That's what just happened there. All right. Thanks, Fire Emblem. Very cool. A bit wacky. He just missed again. What? Get some glasses, my guy. Holy crap. How is that possible? All right, everybody back off. Let Abel or Asbel do basically whatever he wants to do over there. And yeah, what we need to do is we need to... I guess we don't need to get over the mountain. I could just hang... Because there's no... Yeah, I guess we can just hang out here. Although hanging out here... We can dismount, although I don't think this is going to quite work out how I want it to. We'll see. And then we should be good. Eisenhower, I believe, does not move. He does give 1 leadership star, which is a bit annoying, but... Goes by the catch distributions system. Unfortunately, I can't take in the cat. I would love to do that, but yeah. I'm definitely happy that the little guy's still okay, especially considering it got really cold around here not too long ago. I was a little worried about him, but I just saw him today, actually. So he's out there chilling. Definitely a cat person since you're a kid. Yeah, I mean, part of it, like I said, is that I've never owned like either cat. My dad was not an animal lover. So, but yeah, I like both. My friend has a cat, although she hates everyone, but you know, she's cool. Look at the trying to hit. That's true. That's true. That is true. It's got to be tough. Although, yeah, you would think that he would be used to it. How many more fires do I have left? 7. Probably don't need to heal yet. I'm gonna wait another turn. So where can Finn get this turn? There. But... Well, I guess this is fine. But then I can't really move there. Nah, I can't really move there because then they're all going to be on this forest tile, which is really annoying. Yeah, let's just back up. We can hold here. They're going to have to get over the mountain there, but that's okay. And then, yeah, I guess we're good. Just keep letting Aswell do his thing. The weather, it's like, I don't know how to describe it exactly. It's pretty cold right now. It gets really cold in the winter and really hot in the summer. It is currently, I think it's like 30. It's close to 40 today, I think. But it's definitely gotten cold. It's 35 right now. We're in like the mid 30s. Although actually it's going to be 50 on Friday, which is fucking ridiculous. Holy shit. But then it's going to go back down to 30. So it's definitely cold. So we give him food, but he doesn't like our food. We think he's getting food from somewhere else. Because I talked to one of my neighbors and they said that there's people on like the other street that oh yeah, sorry, that's in Fahrenheit. Yeah. I don't know what that is in Celsius, so I apologize. But yeah, he doesn't like our food. We did build him a little house. We looked up like how to build a cat house online, and we built him a little house out of like 2 bins and then some newspaper. We're gonna get straw, but he really doesn't seem to like it, so yeah, they're really picky. My friend has a cat. I was talking to him about it. So initially when he was out, we were worried about him, so we were feeding him. Well, first we fed him a meatball, which is probably not a good idea, but he ate it. Then we fed him a hot dog, which is also not a good idea, but he ate it. And then we were feeding him like pretty normal chicken, which we read was okay. But we didn't want to like keep giving him chicken, so we ended up getting some dry cat food, but I don't think he likes that. But yeah, he is clearly getting food from somewhere else, and we give him water that he drinks sometimes, but usually he just kind of saunters around and, you know, does his thing. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, I wish we'd get him to eat the dry food, but, you know, like I said, I think he's getting food from somewhere else, so it's okay. Although, so my neighbors, like I said, they had a cat. We befriended this cat, right? Because he'd gotten out a bunch of times. But then we discovered that they had gotten a second cat, which is really stupid because they couldn't even take care of their first cat. And then we met the second cat, and they were like hanging around and playing a lot together. And then they left, and the upstairs people of the house next door were like, had like some relation to them. So they knew the situation, and we told them like what was going on. You know, we were kind of taking care of the cats. And so they adopted the other cat, the one that we didn't know so well. And we wish that they would adopt both cats, but they only adopted the one. And it was really sad actually, because he would go upstairs like in their little like balcony and just like meow and cry all day. And then the cat that they didn't adopt would go like near their house and just, oh, it was so sad. They would just like cry back and forth at each other. It was so sad. You can still see his little face up in the window, but that cat got adopted, which is nice. Hopefully he's doing well. Literally everything. Yeah, I think as long as it isn't dry food, this cat. So the cat's name, the cat is a like a white and orange cat, and they called him Peaches, so we call him Peaches. And then the other cat is like a little gray cat, and they called him Savage, although we call him Gary. But either way, but yeah, Peaches is the one that I've known for quite some time now and hung out with quite a bit. And yeah, he's a nice little cat, but I think if we kept feeding him chicken, he would eat that until the end of time. But we figured that he was getting food somewhere else, and we didn't want to, you know, keep giving him cooked chicken. But yeah. In retrospect, what we probably should do is just be in better communication with my neighbors and then see if they'll adopt the other cat, but we never really see them, and, you know, we don't really know them that well, so. Ooh, that's nice. Getting rid of the silver sword guy right now is nice. Capturing some of these guys with good swords is fairly useful, but it's not the most important thing in the world. Now, you do have to be a little bit careful here, because if Finn kills too many, he can potentially get attacked by Shiva, and he can definitely kill Shiva, but it's important. Shiva is always the last one to move, so as long as Finn doesn't kill literally everyone, we're okay. What is his name? So innocent. The other one kind of give a shit about his name. It just goes crazy. Yeah, we were definitely, because we knew the first one was named Peaches, because a long time ago when he got out the first time, we'd heard them like calling for Peaches. We were like, oh, well, his name is Peaches. But the second one we didn't know until we talked to the neighbors, and they were like, yeah, his name is Savage. And we were like, well, that's a weird name for a cat. But to be fair, we thought Peaches was a pretty stupid name, but it's grown on us quite a bit. Now we call him Peaches. So we could recruit Shiva pretty easily here. The problem is, where does that leave Safi? Safi will get captured, which isn't the end of the world, because we can capture back with Finn. Or we could just kill. Should we just let... well, actually, what if we go... So if we kill this guy... I could even capture if I wanted to. Do I want to? Nah, I don't think an iron sword is worth it. Let's just make sure he dies. For my season due to Savage, so it fits. Funny you would say that. Not Savage, but Peaches, the other cat. There was a point where we were sitting on our back porch, and this was during the summer, and he was running around, and he actually did get a mouse and was like playing with it, and the mouse kept trying to get away, and he kept like grabbing it. It was like, it's funny because you have this adorable cat who just wants to get pet and like is so nice, and then you watch him just like murder this mouse. It was pretty brutal to watch. Hey, Master Bemba. Yes, Asbel is going very strong still. He's obliterating Cavaliers at the top of the chapter right now. Oh, your sister, it's been a while. Why are you doing this? I know you're not a bad person. This is the job. I'm a sellsword, and frankly, the details of are no business of yours. Time for you to leave, sister. I'm troubled to be around. I'm troubled to be around. I'm not going anywhere. You ready to, you really willing to risk everything for that little boy? If it came to that, I would give my life to protect Prince Leaf, yes. Losing Prince Leaf, losing what he represents, would be an irreplaceable loss to the entire Thracian Peninsula. If I needed to give my life to save his, it would only be right to do so. You're quite the fool, sister. Well, all the better. I can appreciate that kind of naive innocence. Will you agree to aid the prince then? That's a big leap. This is getting absurd, but yes, I suppose I will. Just one thing, don't talk so lightly about throwing your life away. There's nothing more loathsome than people rushing toward their own death. I apologize, I'll be mindful of that. Can I ask you something though? What is it you want? What is it that brightens your day? What brings you laughter? I suppose that I want to see everyone around me happy. When they laugh, when they feel joy, I share in it. I see. Well, I already said you're quite the fool. You know, I don't think I even know your name. I'm Shiva of Saban, by the way. What do you go by? I'm Safi of Tara. And we recruit Edgy Myrmidon as usual. Yeah, is this the first Edgy Myrmidon? No, I guess Navarre is. I guess Navarre is actually in Fire Emblem 1, so the Edgy Myrmidon trope's been going hard in this game since the OG. Terrible toward their prey. Yeah, it was brutal to watch. And like, yeah, the mouse tried to get away multiple times, and he just kept grabbing it, and then when he killed it, when it had stopped moving, he just like got bored and walked away. And there was just this dead mouse in the middle of our yard. I haven't seen that before. Yeah, exactly. Shiva show respect to one of the best units in the game. Yeah, true. Charu. So Shiva is an interesting unit. He's not anything too special, but he does have the soul skill, which is kind of cool. But yeah, not a terrible unit, but not amazing. So ideally, does he have any of the attacks? I didn't realize, but he has 4 of the like secondary attack speed or attack crit thing. So that means that this follow-up crit this follow-up attack is going to guarantee to be a crit. Maybe Shiva's actually a little bit better. You know, when I used to evaluate units in this game, I never evaluated that like secondary attack speed thing, but actually Shiva might be better than I give him credit for. It's actually quite powerful. Oh, we don't double this guy, unfortunately. Hey, Mao Hands. Yeah, Edgy Myrmidon, you gotta love it. The OG. Hope you've been well. So this guy's Meteor, which is a little bit annoying, but he's not too scary for Asbel. The only annoying thing here is that, actually, I kind of want to back up because I kind of want to steal these fires, but I think it's probably better to just kill. I'm going to Vulnerate, even though I don't think I have to. So using the rest of Graph Caliber here is a little bit annoying, but it's not the end of the world because I'm going to wind up having to hammer in it anyways. Oh, wow. How long do these reinforce? I should kill that boss. How long do these reinforcements go for? Oh, and then on turn 13, he starts to move. Okay. Normally, I just wind up killing the boss with Asbel, and I should really just do that. So she was Rutger 50% of the time. Yes, on every follow-up attack, he's Rutger. Oh, they're not even attacking me. Okay, that's fine. Oh my god, they didn't attack me, but they've formed this little wall around Asbel now, and I can't get out of it. That's really annoying. What's the hit on this meteor? This is actually a bit of an annoying situation I've gotten myself into. We have double meteor back there too, so it's turn 8. So the reinforcements won't start again for a couple more turns. Oh my god, these goddamn... Oh, this is very annoying. Yeah, what are we gonna do about this? I guess... What's the hit on all this stuff? 83... 79. Who has my best avoid? Karen has pretty good res too. Or, yeah. 66 avoid. Okay. I'm gonna put Karen here. And then I'm gonna put Nana in... Where's Nana? In charm range. Okay. And then let's move up Fergus and Liffus to steal. Sure. If you get meteored, that's okay. The nice thing is that they won't spawn for a couple more turns, and Asbel should be able to kill the boss basically for free. So as long as I can get the mages away from where they currently are, we should be able to just kill the boss. Like I said, the better strategy here is to move Asbel up here and then kill the boss immediately, because then the reinforcements stop. But I kind of forgot about the secondary reinforcements, so I didn't do that, which is not the best strategy. You get a lot of rest yesterday. That's good. That's good to hear. Asbel's res, I think, is 15. I believe he has... It's either 15 or 16 magic. Oh, we got a defense. Ooh. Love to see that. What is Finn's fatigue right now? 6. I can't remember exactly how fatigue works. I think it needs to be higher than your build. I don't remember. We need to be a little bit careful. Oh, now these reinforcements start? Oh my god, this is so annoying. Okay, we should still be able to kill the boss. Maybe. These enemies are very annoying. Oh, we also get our first warp staff at the end of this chapter, which is obviously great. Okay, we should be able to sneak Asbel in there now. These meteor guys are really annoying, especially if they double up. As long as we can just keep one attacking us and not both, we should be okay. But yeah, these meteor guys are really annoying. Should be able to kill the boss this turn with Asbel, though. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Get rid of these guys. Okay, this is a guaranteed crit on the second hit, so we should be okay. You stubborn idiots think you can defeat me? I mean, yes. Okay. What madness, I can't believe they... Bye, buddy. Okay, we love to see that. Skill, okay. Alright, well, he has 15. Still 0 defense. I mean, his growth, even with the scrolls, is only 10%, but still, you think you would have gotten at least 1. So now we're in kind of an awkward position because there's a lot of different enemies that can be really annoying for us. Like, I can steal, but then there's both of these guys. And then there's still the meteor guy. I think we honestly just need to back up this turn. Yeah, Fergus has a lot of avoid, so I think we can use... Because how much hit do you guys have? 82? Yeah. So I think we can use Fergus. Well, that's actually not bad. We could potentially kill one. Yeah, and then back up. Okay. I need to heal him now, but that's okay. And then Maka, back up. Karen has so much res, I think she's totally fine. You back up. You heal him. Again, usually I handle this chapter slightly better than this, but, you know, we're figuring it out. We are figuring it out. Okay, we should be okay, at least for this turn. Well, actually, hold on a minute. Before I do anything too stupid, yeah, I think Meteor actually one-shots her. I mean, on the mountain, that gives me... I have 72 avoid. So the hit... It's probably still not worth it to take that hit, right? Let me just rescue her. Everyone else should be able to take one hit from Meteor, but not her. Okay, it should be okay. Unfortunately, we are going to lose our last couple of hits of Graph Caliber here, but again, I want to hammer it anyway, so it's not the end of the world. I think these are our last 2 hits. Or I think we have one more hit after this. That's a guaranteed crit on the second attack. Not that it's important or anything. Can you just crit this guy with your last attack? Alright, well, good effort. Oh, that's right, you get 2... So this is a pretty minor thing, and it doesn't matter too much, but if you have 1 use of a tome left... I actually think this works for weapons, too. If you have 1 use of a weapon left, but you double, you still get to use both hits. Oh, shit! So that's really bad. I didn't think about him having less constitution than that guy. So... Okay, he can't escape. That's the important bit. And he also didn't take anything because it's all broken weapons. Okay, we should still be able to stop him. Wow, I did not even think about him having less constitution. He has 1 less constitution than that mage. Oh my god. That sucks. Okay. It should be okay, though. That was absolutely terrifying. Oh, actually, that's a huge... We can steal maybe from this guy? No, we can't steal Meteor. Okay. I can actually steal both of these fires, which is awesome. Yeah, Asbel is currently being taken by this guy. Thankfully, he loses a lot of movement, so he can't escape next turn. So we just need to catch him before he escapes. Can you kill this guy? Not with the Broken Light Brand. Okay, let's do that. Oh my god, this is... Luckily, because everything's broken and they can't steal scrolls or the Excalibur or whatever it's called. So Karen... God, I really wish that Karen had a weapon that she could actually use. I guess what I could do... I really want to kill these meteor guys too. This is very annoying. So, here, Maka, here's what we're going to do. Give her your sword. And then you're going to fly up here. And then I'm going to take out this guy. Thankfully, we have... We should be able to kill that guy without any issue. Nice. I don't want to bother capturing this guy. I'd love the meteor and the heal that he has. Maybe I'll capture the next guy, but we just need to make sure that we save Asbel at this point. You can really do whatever you want here. Doesn't matter too much. That's true. Yeah, Frigus did get another point of constitution, which is pretty funny. It's funny because it's pretty like worthless on him because he's mounted, but what is his constitution growth? Where is he? Fergus has he actually has a 20% constitution growth. It's actually quite good. Luck. Sick Liffus. Pop off king. Okay, so we need to kill this guy. Actually, Liffus, can you just steal... I think his inventory's full at the moment. So is hers. So is his... Is anyone's inventory not full? Hicks shouldn't be full. We just recruited him. Yeah. He also has a vulnerary. Okay, let's see that. So we're going to kill this guy no matter what, obviously. We're going to guarantee that we kill this guy before we do anything else. But I kind of want to kill this guy not with Fergus, because then Fergus can capture this guy and we can get that meteor. So if I dismount and then I attack with Iron Sword, yeah, that should be enough. Okay, sweet. So that's really good because, yeah, now we can capture the bishop, which is cool. All right, that did scare the crap out of me for a second there. Oh, does a meteor? Yeah, I guess a meteor doesn't count as an attacking tome. Okay. Here, take some tomes so that you don't get friggin' captured again. All right, we're okay. Everything is okay. As sketchy as that was, and oh boy was it, we were okay. Man, that definitely scared me. Okay. Who has not full inventory? Alright, so the only other thing that we can potentially do on this chapter, because now we're good as far as like reinforcements and stuff are concerned, is dealing with the enemies over here. Which we don't have to do, obviously, but we can. There is a thief here with a lockpick, which we really want. So I think, where's Fergus? So I think, give me the scrolls. And I wouldn't mind giving Fergus some experience here. And I like that he's going to be fairly easy to train. What's up, Wheelie? I'm behind on the VODs. No, nothing too important. Actually, the last couple chapters have been pretty smooth. We did get Asbel captured, which was very scary, because when a unit gets captured, they can, like, even though Asbel's really strong, because he got captured, they can escape with him, and then you lose the character basically forever. You can technically get him back. So that was really scary, but thankfully they weren't able to escape with him, so we got away with it. But no, nothing else too major. This run's actually been going fairly smoothly, at least at for the time being. Fergus training arc, yeah. I think this will be a good idea. We have 2 Master Seals, and I wouldn't mind one going to him. Like I said, I never trained Fergus. He always dies for me, so I really want to try it out. Although, unfortunately, so next chapter is where the fatigue system is going to start playing a role. And unfortunately, the fatigue system basically means that none of the characters that we're using right now we're going to be able to use next chapter. Which is part of the reason that capturing the boss is such a pain in the ass, but we'll deal with that when we get there, obviously. Dude, you want to take Asbel? I know. What a jerk. Okay, what's this guy's hit if I attack him? We have follow-up crits. Oh, I don't even double, though. This guy's so fast. Wait, how do I kill this guy? When he equips an axe, I'll probably be able to double, right? If he goes either hammer or this. Yeah. So that should work. So let's go here. What's your guys' hit? 71. So I should be okay. So let's go here and equip the Iron Sword and then wait, and then I'll get in charm range. And then I'm going to have Kieran sitting around here because Kieran actually can capture this guy. Like I said, this is the one guy that we kind of want because lockpicks are pretty valuable in this game. Thieves are really good, obviously, and you really want the ability to pick locks pretty consistently. So getting an extra lockpick here is not a terrible thing for sure. Oh, also, I haven't really mentioned this yet, but leadership stars, which Leaf does have one of. In genealogy, leadership stars work like charms, so you have to be close to people. In this game, they don't work that way. Actually, I should get Safi up there. The only entry in the with stamina, yeah. It's a. Do I still not double? Oh my god. Yeah, this is the only entry with the fatigue system, unless I'm forgetting something, but yeah, it is pretty crazy. There is a thing called an S drink, or I'm assuming it stands for stamina drink, that you can use to allow units to come on chapters even with fatigue. But unless you buy them, which again, you never get any money, you only get so many. So it's sort of a... There is one chapter where you can sort of farm them, you can get like 10. But outside of that, you pretty much never get S drinks or any way to get out of fatigue, which is pretty brutal. Okay, so I have Nana over here, but we really want Safi to be doing the healing because Safi needs to get to A staves as quickly as possible because that allows her to use Warp, and Warp is extremely important in this game. How do I not double this guy? Oh, his constitution is enormous. I'm an idiot. Okay, I probably should have realized that. Could just use the Brave Sword. Yeah, let's just use the Brave Sword. I don't mind using some Brave Sword hits here. I really do want to get rid of this guy. Okay, that's fine. Let's just switch him back to the Iron Sword. I don't really need to use it. Well, whatever. You can stick on the Brave Sword, actually. I don't really care. Okay. Oh, he's a vulnerary. Oh, I'm an idiot. Maybe I can use Nana to pressure him a little bit. We do get 6 experience every time one of these archers attacks us. You can, if you really want to, abuse this stuff quite a bit. Like, we could sit here basically forever getting 14 experience every single turn. Actually, might turn off his animation just to make this go a little bit faster. So can you help me out here a little bit? Let's see if this hits. I don't get one shot, do I? I didn't actually look. Okay, well, I certainly don't get one shot if it misses. Okay, I'm gonna turn your animation off. Can you kill this guy? Should be able to. Capturing is an option here, and this guy does have some decent... Oh, that's so annoying. Hey, okay. Okay. I mean, he has all those scrolls, so I was kind of hoping he'd do something better than that, but it's not terrible. Do-do-do-do-do-do. This is one of the reasons that, as much as we're not going to arena grinding in this game is pretty useful because, again, you can basically get infinite S drinks, which are extremely good in this game. Okay, that's a good level up. I like that. His speed's been... Fergus is kind of funny because he's a sword user, so you'd think he'd be really fast, but he actually winds up not being that fast. Like, his sword growth is... only 35%. Yeah, would be helpful. Yeah. It depends on the map. Like, obviously, in when he's able to mount, it's not going to be that useful, but in maps where he can't mount... Again, I mentioned this before, but one of the really nice things about Fergus is he uses swords all the time. And because characters have to unmount on indoor maps in this game, if you're feeling lucky, when I head to the arena just south of here, if you complete there a win, you'll make out with a pouch of coin and a fair bit of experience. Oh, but all fights are to the death, so don't hesitate to yield by pressing the B button if things start going south. And don't feel like you gotta clear out everyone inside neither. Pacing yourself is more important than winning first place. And if your magic needs an extra edge, whether you're using it or defending against it, use this before you go inside. I think this is probably a pure water, yeah. But a lot of these units, like Finn, take Finn for example, he has a B lance rank, but only D sword rank. So when you use Finn on indoor maps, he becomes a lot weaker. But the great thing about Fergus is that his sword rank is already really, really high. So on indoor maps, he's going to be quite a bit better than a lot of these other mounted units, which is really advantageous. And definitely, I think one of the major reasons to train Fergus, in my opinion. it's really useful in this game to have, well, for one thing, it's really useful in this game to just have a lot of units that are trained, because with the way that fatigue works, you're going to wind up sort of rotating your cast quite a bit. But it's also really useful to train non-mounted units, because on those indoor maps, again, mounted units are going to really struggle. So it's really, really useful to have non-mounted units. Which is pretty unique about this game, because obviously in most Fire Emblem games, I just realized that she deals no damage. Why did I do that? Whatever, who cares? Here, you want to get healed? Break the fourth wall by telling you the button to press, etc. Yeah, it does take you out of it a little bit, huh? I guess there's just no better way to do it, but it's funny that he says that. He's always ass. That's his strength. That's what makes him great. Your buddy Brighton's hanging out over here. I think on our last playthrough, I actually did use Brighton a bunch. Brighton, unfortunately, does not benefit from the thing I just said. He's mostly trying to use axes, so he struggles quite a bit. There is this guy who's pretty scary, but I think with scrolls, I think even Fergus should be able to even fight him, to be honest. Do you guys both have full health? Sure. I don't think Brighton's the worst character to train, to be honest. He's already a pretty high level, which is nice. And if you scroll abuse him, which is basically what we're doing here with Fergus, he's not terrible. Lee is a bit of a meme. I've always really liked Hicks. I don't know why, I just always really liked him. Even though he's like really bad. Karen, you're popping off, I just want you to know that. Actually, like I said, I think Karen's actually a really useful unit to spend some time with. Here, take another Iron Sword. I don't really need it anymore. Probably don't need that Armor Slayer at the moment. And then, like I said, we really want to capture this guy, which we'll be doing next turn. She got a Constitution. Now, Karen getting Constitution is, if anything, a bad thing, because the more Constitution we have, the less I can use her as capture bait. But it's cool to have, I guess. Now, there is one thing that I want to do before we finish this chapter. Here's the thing. But what is Safi's fatigue right now? 2? I'm trying to remember how fatigue works. I think it's your... Actually, maybe I shouldn't be using Safi here, because we really don't want Safi to be fatigued for the next chapter. She's my only healer, because Nana's going to be fatigued, so maybe we should stop healing with her. Beginning Constitution except Lifis. Yeah, exactly. Really unfortunate, but that is true. I should hit 1 of 2. Yeah, I'm down for that. Oh, I should have moved Nana over here. Oh my god, I should have moved Nana over here. I'm stupid. Wonder if he'll attack me. I'm gonna put Karen here just to, well, yeah, just in case he wants to attack me. I'd much rather have him attack Karen, because I don't want him to die. I do want to capture him. I should have put him there. Okay, that's fine. Sick. Common sense different when trying to capture. Yeah, so when you capture or rescue somebody, you lose the stats that you would lose. So half your strength, your skill, your speed, and your defense. The capture stats essentially already factor that in. So Liv is trying to capture this guy. It's the stats that he's using are, it's like he's already captured the guy. So you lose like half of all your stats. Holy shit, that was a good level up. I didn't capture! What am I, an idiot? I just didn't hit the, I was wondering why his hit was so good. And I was like, wow, his hit's really good. That's really cool. I just didn't hit capture. Oh my god. All right, that's fine. We missed out on a lockpick there, but that's okay. Wow, I am stupid. Don't listen to me ever for any reason under any circumstances. Holy shit, I'm an idiot. Oh yeah, that's right. We want to repair. I want to hammer in Graph Caliber. I am dumb. I just didn't hit the capture button. I mean, it's fine. We lose out on a lockpick, which is not great, but it's not the end of the world. So here's the thing. Asbel is going to be fatigued on the next chapter, but Safi isn't. So we're going to use Safi a bunch in the next chapter. On the chapter after that, Safi won't be fatigued, but Asbel will. So after this chapter, there will not be a point where we can hammer in Graph Caliber. And this is really important because if we go to the guidance chapter of the next chapter, we need Graph Caliber to kill Gomez. So it's really important to repair Graph Caliber right now for 2 chapters down the line. Didn't look for distracting you. Now that was definitely just me being stupid. I can't believe I just didn't hit capture there. It's so the problem was I moved Nana in and I knew that his hit was going to be better. So when his hit was a lot better, I was like, oh, that makes sense. I moved Nana in. But his hit was a lot better than it should have been. And we obviously know the reason now, but at the time, I wasn't sure. That's okay. Again, it's a useful item, but it's not like it's not make or break or anything. We didn't just lose out on a warp staff or anything crucial like that. Suffering from success. I like a lot of what Fergus has been doing here. We should be able to get him one more level at the end here and then be pretty well set up here. Oh, don't double this guy. Ooh, I think he's A now, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't know how much that really changes things, but it's kind of cool. So my attack speed's 11. Is this 10? Yeah. So he needs to get out of off this mountain tile. Let's do the Brave Sword. You just have the Venom Axe, yeah. Okay, so we are going to hammer in Mr. Graph Caliber. Because again, that is very important. Lockpick's gonna soft cap us? Oh man. You know, it's funny because even though that sounds pretty funny, that could absolutely be true. Again, actually, she might be fatigued now that I think about it. I can't remember exactly how fatigue works. I think fatigue might minus your... I don't remember. I really hope she's not fatigued. That would be really bad. I don't know. Characters that you use a lot basically wind up being fatigued every other chapter. So again, it's really important. This is why... Even though either Asbel or Othin can kind of solo the game, it's really important to use both, and other units, of course, but both in their case because one is going to be fatigued like every other chapter, more than likely. Oh, is it HP? Okay, so then she's fine. I guess Constitution would be insane, right? Because she'd get fatigued every time she used one heal staff. Okay, we should be good then. But basically everyone during the Master Escape is going to be fatigued if we've used them a little bit. We're gonna use the chapter and then none the next chapter? Yeah, which is really unfortunate. Also, it means you have to kind of pace out what chapters you want warp on until you get another warp user, which probably won't happen until like Salem or something. Okay. Alright, very nice. Get another level, love to see it. Okay, you got magic, which actually isn't the worst because we do have the fire sword, but yeah, he's looking a lot better. The great thing about the Sed Scroll is that it gives such a high amount of speed growth that it makes it really consistent. I will say, we actually got a scroll that I actually sent to the convoy, so I'm actually down a scroll right now. We could also be giving him the Odo scroll or the Odd scroll or something. It just increases skill, which is kind of whatever, but yeah, I forgot to actually send it to the convoy. Sorry. It's okay, Shiva. What is Finn's fatigue? Okay. It's really important to have Finn on the next chapter because he's like the only way to actually capture the boss. Also, it would not have been a terrible idea to have trained Finn a little bit more, but it's okay. As you say, play Fatigue sounds great. To classic Thracia, just screw yourself over. Yeah, I think I definitely agree with that. I think Fatigue is one of those things where when you look at it on paper, you're like, wow, that's actually a really cool idea. Because a lot of times in Fire Emblem games, you just wind up using your strongest unit over and over again, and it becomes a little boring. So the idea of having to like cycle units, and it also brings a little bit more skill in and like planning, because you don't know, you have to control like what units you can use from chapter to chapter. So I do think that it's a really cool mechanic in theory, but then you actually play with it and you're like, oh my god, this is so frustrating. I hate this so much. But yeah, I think as a mechanic, it actually makes a lot of sense. Because it fixes a lot of the issue that a lot of the Fire Emblem games have. Like when you're playing Radiant Dawn, for example, or even this game, you could just use Asbel in every single chapter to do literally everything. But you can't do that because you can only deploy him every other chapter, which is an interesting way to fix that. The more I think the game forces you to use a more diverse cast of characters, the more interesting it is, but also the more frustrating it can be. So it's sort of it's iffy. The chapter 4 cursor as well. Yeah, exactly. And those are like decisions that you have to make as a player. It does. Part of the problem with a lot of the stuff that makes Fire Emblem more interesting is that it really hurts newer players. But even so, like, a big part of Fire Emblem is like figuring stuff out on the fly, so. Alright, I believe this is one of the last escape chapters in the game, which is really nice because these escape chapters are a bit tedious, but this part of the game is called the Manster Escape, so it makes sense. Games should be written in such a way that your rosters just split up. That is, yeah, that is the other option, and that's the one that Fire Emblem takes, I would say, more often. Well, obviously more often. Fatigue's only in this game, but yeah, that's the other option for like forcing you to use multiple units. Develop a crutch and then taking it away. Yeah, I would agree. I think that's the much more like satisfying approach, and probably the more like, I guess, elegant approach, rather than just being like, no, you cannot use this character in this chapter. Your player escape with Leaf and see what. Yeah, well, there's also that. Thracia is, I think, without a doubt, the least new player friendly Fire Emblem game. I think you can make a pretty decent debate for a lot of different games to be the best, the first Fire Emblem game, but I don't think there's any debate on what the worst first Fire Emblem game for a player would be. We are looking at it right now, boys. But yeah, I think that's the and like in Gaiden, that's the approach they take, and like Radiant Dawn, that's the approach they take. I think that's the better approach, is to split the army rather than what they do here. Clearly your group wanted to flee Manster, but I would hear your reasons. Most of us lived in a village on the eastern shore. I was captured while freeing several children from an imperial prison. The Magi, the local resistance, later rescued me, and we fled to the province together. For one so young, you don't seem to bend easily. What's your name, lad? Lou Ferris, at your service, General Hannibal. You share quite the resemblance. Resemblance? What do you mean, General? It's nothing you need to concern yourself with. More importantly, what do you plan to do now that you're free of Manster? We'll head to Tara to break the siege on the city. I've my friends there need help. Oh, I've many friends that I can't read. Are you planning a route through the Central Mountains? That was my intent, yes. As rebels, we obviously can't risk crossing through Imperial territory. Is that so? Then be warned. Many bandits make their home there. Don't let your guard down. Thank you, General. Now, would you release the men you captured earlier? They're good friends of mine. Oh, of course. Men, bring the prisoners here on the double. Yes, General. I believe this is Othin, and yeah. Prince Leaf, sheesh. Some help I turned out to be, huh? Might as well have stayed in Fianna for all the good I did. Damn, Thracians, next time I see you, you'll pay for what you've done. I apologize for the trouble. Normally Ronan would also be there, but he's dead. Good folk, let me introduce you to Callian. There are many perils in the central mountains, not the least of which is a massive hunt for bandits around Mount Voldrake. If you're mistaken for these bandits, you could very well lose your life over it. Callian here will see that you cross the mountains safely. Of course, sire. They can count on me. General, there's no need to reassign your man. We don't need to go as far as the mountains as Mount Voldrake. I'm sure there's a detour we can find. Nonsense, I'd be honored to join you. If you insist, I certainly would appreciate your help. Think nothing of it. Good day, sir. Oh, you're one of the children imprisoned at Corbrus's Gate. What are you doing here? General Hannibal is my lord father, you see. On the off chance we met again, I prepared you a token of my gratitude. Here you go. It's a very powerful staff imbued with warp magic. Thank you. This is most generous. Sir Lou, you'd best be setting out. It'll be dark before long. Of course, many thanks for your help, General Hannibal. I won't forget the kindness you've done for us. The warp staff, which is the best staff in the game. Very, very good. I'm writing down with all my heart, but splitting teams up doesn't benefit the gameplay, to be honest. I only have like... Yeah, Radiant Dawn, I think, does it to such a unfortunate extreme. I think splitting teams isn't a bad idea innately. It's just that when it's balanced poorly, like Radiant Dawn just has too many characters, right? Like they just clearly don't have like enough to do with all the characters. Tormund, Vika, and Morim are some of the most screwed over Fire Emblem characters of all time, you know? Echoes is the best with splitting them up. Compliment Echo's gameplay. Yeah. With the teams you build. The teams you build is cool. Allowing you to build your own teams is really neat. But yeah, Echoes probably does it the best. But Echoes is like, it's modeled to incorporate or accommodate both teams, right? They're different. They have different units. They're good, you know, for their different routes, which I think is really positive. Clearly, they gave that a lot of effort, whereas Radiant Dawn is kind of a hot mess in a lot of ways. Reuniting with the remnants of the Fianna Freeblades, Leaf made his way west. Callian, the knight entrusted to him by General Hannibal, served as his guide through the treacherous mountain range. They now approached the foot of Mount Voldrake, home to Dogdar and his family, or his familiar group of brigands. The gameplay suffers. Yeah, cutting Largo is such a weird choice, too. But yeah, I agree. They definitely do cool things with the story. Alright, so as you can see, basically every unit... Oh, Karen's actually not fatigued. Well, you can tell how many units, the units that I relied on, because a lot of these units actually are not fatigued. But yeah, we can't use Asbel, we can't use Fergus, and we can't use Nana, which were definitely three of our more powerful units. So that's really unfortunate. Okay, what is the chapter after this? Now we need to kind of start thinking about chapters, a couple of chapters out, because of the whole fatigue system. The one after this is Gaiden, the Gaiden chapter, which is very annoying. Then it's the Battle of Norian, and then it's the Valley. Okay. Okay. So we don't really have to worry too much about having warp for a bit. Triggers and Dark Mages. Yeah. Well, Peleus is kind of a Dark Mage, isn't he? But yeah, it is unfortunate. I feel like they should have just made Largo a different class, or I don't know, something. She's getting captured throughout the Master Escape arc. That's true. I think usually I train her a little bit there at the end, but obviously I didn't. So we need Finn. Orson and Halvin are great. Also, I believe one of them needs to recruit Marty. We also get Marty here, which is sweet. Talk to with Orson or Halvin, yeah. Safi's great. Karen. Oh, I just unselected you. Dulshan, I think, can be good. And then I guess I'll bring Shiva. Yeah, Shiva's better than Maka, right? Yeah, she has... Yeah. Maka, unfortunately, just kind of sucks. It's sad, but... Pretty mentally fatigued for a while. That's true. Alright, we can finally manipulate our convoy a little bit, which is nice. I could... So the question is, do I hammer the light brand? Because the light brand is pretty useful. I think I'm going to. I think I'm gonna. I don't know. Maybe it's not a good idea, but... Okay, you still have the Pooji. But I'm gonna give you some other axes, and we also have the Paragon Manual, which we could give to somebody. I think giving it to Orson isn't the worst idea. I think... Yeah, I don't know. I never really have like a plan for the manual. Like I said, I think Orson isn't the worst person to give it to. He joins late. Ooh, Berserker as tier 3 would have been cool, yeah. I definitely agree with you. I think they could have done a lot more reasonable things with him to still include him in the game. The Poogie. Oh, Marty Paragon? Wait, now you're speaking my language. Okay, hold up. I kind of forgot. It's funny because I just said we were gonna get Marty, but I forgot we were gonna get him. Where's Marty? Where's Mr. Marty? Oh, I think he doesn't appear until the chapter starts. Yeah, Marty. I'm with Marty Paragon, dude. You don't have to convince me. Okay, so let's bring some stuff for Marty then, because he doesn't have anything right now. Axe, like 2 axes, hand axe, and then yeah, the Paragon Manual. Also this. He really needs the auto scroll. Okay, and we can give him scrolls too. Oh, somebody should have these scrolls. Here, you can have them for now. I'm gonna give you the Brave Sword because it could be useful. So, the really frustrating thing about this chapter is that in order to go to the Gaiden chapter, oh, he hasn't appeared yet, we have to capture the boss, and the boss is really annoying to capture. The other thing is potentially we should load up Finn and then let Finn get a bunch of kills, because Finn is the one that's gonna have to capture the boss in the end. So, I actually don't hate that. I think that's a good idea. Even though I do want all this stuff to eventually go to Marty, because Marty's our boy. But, do that, and then... I guess, yeah, just do this. Yeah. I'm actually just gonna have Leaf come with the Javelin. Grab, like, 2 short lances just in case. Deserving to suffer the horrors of war. Marty's too pure for this world, truly. Unfortunately. Unfortunately for Marty. Yeah, so Warp is A. Like I said, we really, really want to get her to A as quickly as possible, because Warp is going to be crucial for a few chapters down the line. Also, by the way, I didn't realize that we got a Physic. It's really nice. Okay, Karen. Probably don't need to bring Karen, but why not? Armor Slayer is not useful here. Okay. So stupid they're completely innocent. Marty Largo Gonzalez, yeah. They don't use that a lot, but yeah, every once in a while. Okay, I'm gonna also bring the Master Seal on somebody, because there is the potential that we would Master Seal Finn just to make sure we go to the Gaiden chapter. Somebody was actually mentioning on YouTube, and I didn't know this, but if either Dogdar or Tanya are dead, or maybe it's just if Tanya is dead or captured, you actually don't do the Gaiden chapter, and instead you just recruit Dogdar and then keep going, which is actually very interesting, because the next chapter is pretty annoying, and getting to it is also really annoying. Now, you do miss out on some a scroll and some other powerful stuff, but... definitely interesting. Anyways, I think we're good to go. Yeah, I think I have everything I need here. Sephi has multiple heals along with Physic. Oh, I guess I can get you just like a normal axe. Berserker Gonzalez is that instant with the killer axe though? True. Actually, very true. Lara, you can do whatever you want. Nana, you should be good. I guess you having Vulnerary. I should probably distribute Vulneraries a little bit better than I am, but whatever. I think we're good to go. I'm gonna save real quick. Over the rest of the year. All right, Tangi. Yeah, sounds good. Enjoy your night. Get some sleep. Okay, let's do it. I think we're good. I appreciate you showing up. I know it's really late for you. Feel that earthy mountain air. That's how you can tell we're just at the base of Mount Voldrake. Your help has been invaluable, Kellyan. You should make your way back to General Hannibal. We can take it from here. First Gonzalez had his skill capped? He capped it earlier than the speed? That's actually ridiculous. That might be the most like unlikely thing I've ever heard, to be honest, in Fire Emblem. That's crazy. Yeah, because this skill obviously is usually absolute ass, but that's crazy. And there's no even scrolls in that game to do that. That's nuts. I've had that happen with like, sometimes my knights will just like cap speed randomly. It's weird how that stuff happens. I'm not returning to Thracia, my lord. I told General Hannibal of my intentions, and he gave me his blessing. What? You think the general a fool? He knew well who you were, as does half the Thracian peninsula. Rumors of a surviving Leinster heir has been circulating for years. Anyone with sense knew it was only a matter of time until this survivor took up arms and rallied an army to battle the Empire. The rare savant Gonzalez? Yeah, the very rare. The exquisite. I always expected, nay prayed, that this day would come, and now I have the honor of taking part in the liberation myself. The motherland shall soon breathe free again. Motherland? You mean to say you're not Thracian? Indeed, I was born to a sworn knight of House Leinster. My father perished in the war, but my mother and I were taken by General Hannibal. But I'm being presumptuous, aren't I? If it pleases you, Prince Leaf, I want nothing more than to fight for House Leinster again and reclaim our sovereign land. Is it weird that Kellyan's eyes are like looking like away? It's weird. I'm not sure that I'm the liege you seek, frankly. I don't know that I have the power enough to claim Leinster. For the time being, I merely want to aid Tara. Even so, as long as I fight beneath the banner of House Leinster, I care not what the cause is. If you wish us elsewhere, my lord, so be it. Assuming you accept my oath, I suggest we make for General Hannibal's villa. General Hannibal didn't seem the type to own a lavish mountain villa. He's not. The villa is a safe house that those like me, the many refugees of the fallen families of Leinster, there, under the protection of General Hannibal, Duke Dorius trains us in the ways of knighthood. Did I hear that correctly? Dorius? I can scarcely believe it. Duke Dorius is alive? He becomes a pretty important character, I'm pretty sure. See for yourself, my lord. Shall we be off? Of course, at once. Being able to see Duke Dorius again is like a waking dream. Begging your pardon, my prince, but I have a matter of some urgency. The bandits of this area, Doctor's gang to be precise, are out in force and seem to be pillaging a nearby village. What are your orders, sir? Say no more. I apologize, Kellyan, but it seems Duke Dorius will have to wait. Will you aid me in defending the villagers? You needn't ask. I'd be worried if you didn't want to stop them, my lord. Still, this is most curious. This is Doctor's territory, and the villages are under his protection. Why are they attacking? So, Kellyan is a very interesting unit because, and I actually like Kellyan a lot because I think he shows the difference between Fire Emblem 5 and many other Fire Emblem games really effectively. Let me find him on the growths really quick. Am I just blind? Where is he? Oh, I'm too far up, maybe? Oh, here we go. So, Kellyan, at least at first glance, appears to be like a really solid unit. And he would be in most games, right? He's a good class, he's a Cavalier. He has 75% HP growth, 40% strength, 65% skill, 45% speed, and then 25% defense and build, actually. Which is really nice, and his bases are pretty solid. So on the face of it, this unit seems really solid. But because Cavaliers aren't as good as they are in most games, and he has no skills, he winds up being a pretty mediocre unit. Although he does have 4 of the crit multiplier, so maybe he's not as bad as I think he is. Yeah, I didn't realize he had 4 of that crit multiplier. Alright, maybe Kellyan isn't as bad as I'm giving him credit for. But the point is, there's a lot of units like this over the course of the game that at first glance appear to be really solid. And if you played a lot of other Fire Emblem games, you might be you might think that way, but they actually wind up being a lot more generic than you'd think. Although I will say that he can use swords even when he's mounted, which is really nice. I really should have brought him a sword, actually. Actually, you know who's he's actually a pretty good recipient of the Paragon manual. Although I really want to give it to Marty, but he's not actually terrible. You know what? Maybe I'm convincing myself now of him not being that bad. I always thought he was a pretty terrible unit, but that was before I knew about the critical multiplier, which he actually is pretty good of. 12 attack. Okay. Oh, there's also venom weapons in this chapter, which are all status conditions, including poison, is infinite in this game, which means that you have to be pretty careful about that kind of stuff. It actually makes antitoxins not so much of a joke in this game as they are in most games. Alright, pay up. Your crew might be happy spending all day sticking up farmers, but I got an actual army to get back to. Change of plans. Gonna need you to put in a little extra elbow grease. Looks like there's a whole gang of folk coming this way. Don't know why they're here, but I need you to keep them clear of the manor while I'm inside. Once that's done, you'll get every coin. Damn, this was just supposed to be a one-time thing. Alright, fine, but it'll cost you extra if you want me to stick around. So, the man on the throne right now is a wyvern, or like a dragon rider, or whatever you want to call him. But he's unmounted. The way this chapter works is you have to capture him in order to go to the guidance chapter. But once he mounts, you can't capture him anymore, because you can't capture a mounted unit. Basically, mounted units get infinite con, so they can always capture and they can never be captured. I believe there's a time limit to this chapter. He's gonna mount... What turn is it? I don't know if it's gonna tell me here. He mounts after a set amount of turns, and then after that you can't capture him. So that's the thing. So you have to complete this chapter before then. Turn 16, okay. You have to capture him and not release him by turn 16, because on turn 16 he will mount, and then like I said, you can't capture him. The annoying thing is that he's a pretty strong unit, and it's really annoying to capture him. So this is where Finn becomes extremely important, because Finn with the Brave Lance is going to be pretty much our only way to actually capture him. So we are going to be pretty reliant on the boy Finn for our capture here. Oh, also, we might see this if I capture one of these people, but all venom weapons become iron weapons when you get them. So if you capture any of these units with these venom weapons, they become iron weapons, which is a little weird, but sure. Alright, Orson is now poisoned for the entire rest of the chapter, which is super fun. Love that. Love that for him. You want to chuck a hand axe at this guy? Maybe we hit. The problem is that even though some of these axe users can potentially capture the boss, sure. They have weapon triangle disadvantage. That's why Finn is so good, because Finn obviously has weapon triangle over the boss. And here's Marty, who we're going to be re-recruiting. This is why we took off all of Marty's weapons, because this way we don't have to fight him at all. Next sound is pretty satisfying. It is. It is. A lot of the sound design in this game is really nice. Oh my god, look at how many. This might be the most options I've ever seen. We have attack, we have capture, we have rescue, we have transfer, item trade, dismount, animation, and then wait. I think this might be the most amount of options you can get in this game, or maybe any Fire Emblem game. I've never seen that many. That's crazy. No, you could also get staff. If he was a staff user, we would also have staff. I'm trying to think if there's any other option you can get here. I think staff is the only one we're missing. That's pretty funny. If he was like a staff user that could also attack, yeah, we could also have staff there. I don't think I've ever seen that many though. That's crazy. Yeah, as you can see, it was a vended axe and now it's an iron axe. Oh wait, no transfer, release it. You finish Engage? I did not finish Engage, no. No, my nose is all stuffed up. I really liked Engage. I was playing it, well, you were watching some of it. I was playing it for a little while. I got to like chapter, I think I was like around 20. No, I was doing it on Twitch. The problem was that my computer just was like kind of struggling to run it when I was streaming. So then I started to just do it as a YouTube only thing. And then I think I like stopped uploading YouTube videos for a little while and I just never finished it. Ooh, him getting poisoned actually is a real pain there. But yeah, I really liked it. I'm actually really excited to play Engage again, but no, I never actually got to finish it. But yeah, no, I was a big fan of it. Don't let the fact that I didn't finish it say that I didn't enjoy it, because I definitely did. But okay, give me this guy. I will. Yeah, as you can see, so this guy's a Venom bow, but when I take it, it becomes an iron bow, because you can't get Venom weapons in this game, which is a little weird, but you know, whatever. Did you ever play Engage, Wheelie? My friend's actually been playing Engage. Ooh, I think he played 3 Houses, but he didn't really like it. I can't really remember, but he's been playing Engage. My friend actually asked me if he could borrow my copy of Awakening like last week, which made me really excited because I'm like, oh shit, he's playing the games now. But that's a terrible comment. I don't even know why I tried that. That was really bad. Everyone is poisoned. Jesus Christ. Actually, oh, I thought I gave him an extra iron sword. Can you just kill this guy? I'm so sick of looking at him. Okay. Trousers are engaged. All right, fair enough. You were playing the GBA games, weren't you? I remember you. Because you played through 7, right? And then were you playing through Sacred Stones? Let me heal. We can start healing. At this point, her fatigue, I think by the end of it, her fatigue is gonna be too much by the end of this chapter, so we can just use her to heal randomly. So my way through FE12. Oh wow, okay. I didn't expect you to play FE12. So FE12 is what is FE12? Because 9 is Sacred Stone. No, 9 is, so 9. FE12 is Here's Light and Shadow, isn't it? The sequel to Shadow Dragon. Wow, yeah, I didn't expect you to be playing that one. It's an interesting game. So in the middle of my Sacred Stones Iron Man? Okay. Sacred Stones is cool. I like that game a lot. Oh, is it? Wait. 8 is Sacred Stones. So 9, 10. Oh no, I think Awakening's 13. I think it's 13. Either way, yeah. Awakening's cool. I got you. Yeah, I think Awakening is 13. I always get confused with the numbers once I get past. I just remember that 8 is Sacred Stones because 7 is, well, 7 is 7, but I always just remember what Sacred Stones is and then go from there. Calm down, Marty. He ain't recognized you. Now wait for an opening and run for the hills. Is that Marty? Is that you? What, Marty? I don't know, Marty. Haven't ever heard that name before. Marty, you're tall enough to be a lightning rod. I can spot you all the way from Valhalla. What I can't figure out is why you're here. Well, it weren't my idea, I swear. It was all Gomez's idea. He made me do it. He made me do it? Listen to yourself, Marty. It's not enough that you're raiding villages. You've got to make up excuses too. I couldn't do nothing about it. It ain't my fault. All right, we're going in circles here. Just tell me one thing. Have you gone against what Commander or what Dugdar and the Commander taught you? Are you just a common bandit now? Well, when you put it like that, I guess it was wrong of me to go along with this. And you're still a friend of the Freeblades, right? So you'll fight alongside us like a friend would. Marty. Yes, of course I will, sir. Marty's trying his best. All right, give me Paragon manual and some of these axes I brought, and then yeah, all right. It just for the record, it is not a good idea to Paragon Marty. Marty is terrible, but it's really funny. So here we are. We just Paragoned a unit with 0 speed and 0 skill, by the way. I just want to point that out. Probably not the best idea in the world, but we're gonna give him all the scrolls. We're gonna make him the most busted unit in this game. Or he's just gonna continue to be complete ass. You know, who knows? Are you enjoying Awakening, Lily? Awakening is a pretty cool game. It's not my favorite for sure, but I like it. I should probably heal you. I gotta heal a lot of people. Now the nice thing is that this is this whole poison thing is really good healing for Safi, which is extremely good because, as I said before, we really want her to get to A healing as quickly as possible because that is extremely important for being able to use the warp staff. But I'm bad at it. I think I'm gonna be really bad when we get to Awakening again. Awakening is a very different game, but that's good that you're enjoying it. Defense and Constitution. Okay. Here's to look up lists, growths, repercussions that might have any decision, etc. Honestly, no, I think that's a really cool way to play the game. But yeah, it can definitely be. I can see that being a bit annoying, but I feel like it's been so. See, that's when we were playing it. When I was playing Engage, that's exactly what I was like because it had just come out, obviously, so there were no like tier lists or anything, or like growths. I was just kind of playing it as a Fire Emblem game, and it has been so long since I played a Fire Emblem game that way. So, no, I'm glad you're enjoying it though. That's super cool to experience that game that way. The consequences for my decisions. That's funny. Oh, it's a good level up. We got magic. Okay, this guy's a bit scary. I can't remember if he moves or not. We're gonna find out here in a second, I think. Leaf, you seem like a pretty good person to take hits. Leaf is strangely one of my most bulky units, which is a bit odd for sure, but I think there's a chance she could die if I do that, so let's not. Okay, let's just do that. In the hand, the game deals me. Yeah, I gotcha. I think when Awakening, except I think I probably played Awakening like immediately when it came out. I was kind of doing the same thing. It's definitely cool to experience the game that way. I played Awakening like a ton, but I only did it when it came out. Because Awakening was like, basically Fire Emblem was supposed to be like dead in the West. And then they came out with Awakening and that was so cool. So I played, yeah, I played a ton of that game. I really like it, but yeah. There's some stuff that I'm not a huge fan of it, like the pair-up system I don't love. And I think we've talked about that before, but I think it's a cool game. I'm really curious to try it as like an Iron Man, which I've never done before. Oh my god, literally everyone is poisoned. Okay, we need to get to this boss as quickly as we can. It's only turn 6. Does he have any like follow-up crits? No. See, it'd be really nice if he did. Would it used a bow, right? Okay, that's kind of good for me. It should make killing you fairly easily. Or fairly easy. I mean, it's not going to be easy if, you know, if he does that, but hypothetically. Oh my god, this guy's so fast. Holy shit. Okay, I guess we'll do that. The nice thing is that Finn actually has a pretty solid amount of crit with the Brave Lance. Really what this chapter comes down to is, can you get a crit on the boss? That's the big thing, right? Sometimes it even requires a couple of crits, but that really depends. Yeah, you can't do any damage. What a surprise. What about you? Okay. Farley, a lot of Frederick. Yeah, Frederick's really good. The only units I really trust so far. Prom and Sully. Oh, I remember Sully being really good, or at least fun to use. I'm gonna make Samia more relevant. It's close to being very good. That was very good. She gets her number called. Yeah, that makes sense. Are you doing hard mode, or are you just doing like normal mode? 57 hit. I think I'm gonna rely on someone a little more consistent. I really need this guy to die. 90. I'll take a 90 with good crit. Okay, that's good. We gotta make sure that guy dies because he could be problematic if he didn't. That's a pretty good level up. I like defense quite a bit. Okay, let's keep moving up. We're only chapter 6 or something. Okay. When I played that game, that was before I was like Iron Manning Fire Emblem games or playing anything on any kind of hard mode. So my like knowledge of Awakening is straight up from like, I don't know if there's an easy mode, but it would definitely be easy mode. So, but I think I did try it on like the hardest difficulty once. So I have a little bit of information on that, but yeah. But I do remember Sully being pretty cool, and Frederick's really good. He's definitely one of those more like new age Jaggins where his growths actually allow him to keep up, unlike, you know, the Marcuses of the world. While Dogdar was away helping the Free Blades, Gomez came along and started riling up the bandits. His mind's about as sharp as a broken javelin, and he's burly enough to knock folks around. And that's all that counts around these parts. Huh? Wait, you're looking to give that fool the thrashing he deserves? By Allers ulcers! What the hell? By Allers ulcers! That's fantastic news. We poured our blood and sweat into clearing the land for this village. Take this here medal for your good luck. Earned it years ago for merit or yes service. Merit or yes service. Whatever that means. Merit or I don't know. I feel like I'm an idiot. I don't know what that's supposed to be saying. Whatever. Thanks for the master whatever, bro. Appreciate ya. Sorry, give me 1 second. Okay, somebody needs to go down there. I guess I can have Shiva. Well, actually, we give Marty a kill here. Sure. Oh, we proc soul. I completely forgot he even had soul. No crit? Ah, what's the point? What is even the point? 20. Okay, sounds good. I will say there is a lot of just like loose crit in this game. It's one of the reasons that the scrolls are so useful. Obviously they increase growths, but they also increase, they don't increase, they make it so that you can't get crit, at least by crit. You can still get wrath crit, but that's a very specific thing. But yeah, there's just a lot of crit to go around. Oh, Marty buddy. At least the At least the Paragon thing means even when he misses, and he misses a lot, he still gets like a good amount of experience. Or at least a little solid amount of it. Which is really nice. Although we are kind of lollygagging here. We need to like do this. Like I said, it's really important to get to the boss really quickly because we're basically on, can we crit the boss? That's the question, right? Also, bringing Nana to this chapter can be extremely useful because obviously she can increase your hit, which is really nice, but this is going to get really tedious really fast. Do you have a vulnerary? Okay, good. Can use that later. Oh yeah, I was going to hammer in the light brand. I should do that. Again, is it the most useful thing in the world here to hammer in the light brand? I don't know. It's definitely questionable. There are so many good hammer and uses over the course of the game. But our Leaf is fairly strong. We put him on every single chapter. It also means that you never need to equip Leaf with a vulnerary because the light brand doubles as one. So there is definitely some pretty strong utility to giving it to him. One of the great things about Marty capturing is that you don't lose any skill when you capture because Marty already has 0 skill, so it's impossible for him to lose skill. Which is pretty great. We love Marty. We love Marty around these parts. Okay, if I miss, this is, I guess, a little bit bad. Okay, nice. Oh, that's actually really good, because her rank was really atrocious. Okay, so 16 crit. Now, a crit would be 8 times 3 is 24. Okay. So I'm going to go right here. The other problem with this is that you have to capture him, which means which means that you can't, like, if he double crits here, we just lose out on the ability to capture him. Sorry for your luck, but I need the coin. I've got no illusions. I know this is wrong. At least he knows. Okay, a miss and then no crit. Wait, does... Oh, because he times 4. I don't know what I'm talking about. But he won't times 4 once we start trying to capture. That could have been bad, actually, because even 1 crit would have killed him there, but that's okay. What does it look like if I do this? He has no crit, that's good. I have 11 crits. Alright, we have to just start doing this now. And hope for a crit. Okay, no crit. Yeah, this is where, again, this chapter becomes very tedious, because we're pretty much just going to have to pray for a crit here. It's basically the only way you can do this. Copies of Fairling is my history. It's in my local retro store. Yeah, it's cool. Once they become available. Yeah, I don't know about the newer ones. I know, well, the DS/3DS. I know some of the older ones are worth quite a bit these days, but I don't know how much like Fates and stuff is worth necessarily. But yeah, I know a lot of those older games in particular can be a crazy amount of money. I know like the ones, obviously you were talking about the DS/3DS ones, but the ones for the GameCube and the Wii are like, I don't know, $100 or something. They're crazy amounts for a game. Maybe I can weaken him a little bit with Finn. The problem with weakening this boss is that if you do get a crit, it can be really bad because you can just kill the boss outright, which again, we don't want. The boss, I believe, also has a vulnerary, so even wounding him is like not a sure thing. I'm actually kind of sad because I'm actually not 100% sure about this, but so when Awakening came out, Awakening was basically the only reason that I got a 3DS because that's all I really wanted to play on it. So I wound up getting this like special awakening 3DS. I wish I knew where it was. It's somewhere. I mean, I haven't lost it, but I wish I could remember where it was. But the problem is my friend wants to borrow my copy of Awakening, which is fine. I can just give him my DS, but I don't think I have like a physical copy of Awakening. I just have like an Awakening DS. Yeah, I don't know why I think I'm gonna find it by just looking around this room. I don't even know if it's in this room, but yeah, I wish I still knew where it was. I just haven't played my 3DS in like so long. Lucky you, all the houses in the north to stumble into, you came into mine at just the right moment. I decided that the next person to walk through that door would get a rare gift, and that's you. Oh, hell yeah. See, a merchant said that this ring would make me happy, and it did for a while. But eventually, being so lucky at everything just gets boring, painfully routine, in fact. The ring made me lucky, but I'm nowhere near close to happy. I think that's a you problem, lady. Damn it, I got swindled. Okay, a luck ring. Does she know that you have to use the ring in order to get the benefits? I don't think she does. She seems a little slow. It's okay, though. Alright, so the short spear... Oh, God, I can't even deal damage with it. What about Lightbrand? Okay, there is crit, but that's actually really good. Okay. Maybe we can use the Lightbrand. I should have brought the Fire Sword. That would have been really good. We could have Fire Sworded with Shiva or something. Or I don't even know if he has enough. Okay. Maybe we can make this happen this turn. That would be really sweet. So if I capture with the Brave Lance... I only deal 3, though. A crit and a hit is enough, though. A crit and a hit is enough. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Two misses, not as good. Nothing is the real rucker of Fire Emblem 5. Yeah, it's actually a pretty good comparison to him, to be honest. What, did the 3DS shop close? I didn't even know that. I don't think I ever really used that. That's a bummer. Okay, I can't quite kill. What about the Steel Axe? Alright, just actually, you can't crit me, right? You don't have any attack speed. Yeah, it should be fine. Yeah, that kind of sucks. I only own... So I own a physical copy of Awakening, and then I own... Or no, sorry, I own a digital copy of Awakening. I think I own a physical copy of... Yeah, him using that vulnerary is so annoying there. I think I own a physical copy of... Oh, he has a movement star. He procced a movement star. What the fuck? Okay. I have a physical copy of Conquest, I think, but none of the other ones. That's the only one I ever got. You get physical copies of the games. Yeah, it's just kind of cool, I think, to have like the physical copy of, especially Fire Emblem games. 2 HP. We got skill. No speed. That's unfortunate, but I like skill, considering his skill is or was 0. Okay, that was not a great level up. I have a physical... I'm trying to think. Out of the games that were released in America, I think I have a physical copy of... I think every one except... So Awakening, like I said, is just digital on the DS because I have the DS. And then I think I only have Conquest. But I think I have a physical copy of every other game released in the West. I don't have any that were released in Japan, obviously, although those would be really cool to own. Like a physical copy of like Fire Emblem 6 would go hard, but... Okay, good hit. Really wish that I could bring Lifus because we could steal his vulnerary, which would be nice. What turn is it? 11 already? How many turns do we have? I might not be able to do this. Turn 16. Oh god. Yeah, this is looking rough. God, if we crit, this is so bad. Really not sure what to do here. Like, 'cause the problem is with the capture crit, it's only like, I only deal 3 damage, so even a crit isn't like that good. Yeah, that's not it. Oops. What am I doing? 25. I mean, I guess he only deals a little bit of damage to me and he doesn't double me. My hit's 40. Actually, my hit's not that bad. Okay, we can do that. I immediately crit. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, that's so annoying. God, that's so annoying. Alright, well, we can't get the Guidance chapter. Really, on a 44 hit and like a 10 crit, he immediately crit. That's really annoying. That means that we lose out on Dogdar, Tanya, and I believe this. Also, that guy had a Master Seal that we don't get now. That's a real bummer. I think that's the only time I've ever missed out on that. Usually I get that pretty consistently, but... What does the Near Scroll do? Oh, the Near Scroll is a defense and a build one? Oh, man. It's a really good scroll, yeah. That's a bummer. And that's where the leg ring is too. Oh, we just got... Damn, that sucks. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of stuff from the next chapter that I would have liked to have gotten. But, oh well, we'll make it work. We could have leg ringed Marty. Oh, that would have been so dope. Damn. Like I said, trying to capture that boss is just such a pain. Because the thing is, the boss doesn't have a scroll, so... It's not so much that it's difficult to kill the boss. I mean, that is a part of it. But it's that if you crit and the boss... It's like trying to catch a Pokemon, right? Like, if you just crit, the Pokemon dies and you don't get to catch him. Which you really have no control over, unfortunately. That's a bummer. I mean, it's okay, obviously. We'll, you know, it's not like the end of the road for us or anything, but... Definitely would have liked to have gotten that. Rip indeed. Rip indeed. You let me down, Finn. I'm just surprised he crit. That was like a 10% crit on like a 44% hit. That crit was like such a small percent chance to happen. At least I'm pretty sure. He's crit when you don't need it? Exactly. Just like Pokemon. We should just play Pokemon. Exactly. Always when you don't want it. Feels bad, man, but again, it's okay. We will make do. Shiva, you can just fight those guys. I think reinforcements probably stop once the boss dies, so you shouldn't have to deal with anything else. Sick, guys. Keep it up. I mean, he is actually getting a decent amount of experience for that. Okay. Good hit. Do. Losing on a Dogdar is also kind of a pain, to be honest. Nuzlocke Pokemon. Yeah. I'm a big fan of Nuzlocke Pokemon too, to be honest. I really like, there was a point where I first discovered what Nuzlocke Pokemon was, where I was playing it like... There was a few summers ago where I was just like... I just played so much. I don't play it as much anymore, but I really like it. I play a lot of, like, randomized Nuzlocke, like, Gen 5 Pokemon. I really like that. Okay, I mean, I'd like him to get other stats, but speed is useful. He has 1 speed and 1 skill. So, we're moving up in the world. Slowly but surely. Richard apparently solutions. Oh yeah, is that like the DLC? Yeah, that really sucks. That's really lame, to be honest. Yeah, I think that was like the middle one because they released Conquest and the other one, maybe Birthright, and then Revelation was like the middle one, or because you could play like both houses or something. I never really understood how that worked. I was kind of not playing Fire Emblem a ton when Fates came out, to be honest. But oh yeah, she's hella fatigued. We may as well just spam heal now. She's super fatigued. So it's the same as Iron Man Fire Emblem? Yeah, exactly. I was actually talking to somebody the other day about this because they play some Fire Emblem and I was talking about how I like to enjoy it. And for me, it's kind of the same way. Like, I don't know if I could enjoy... I mean, I can definitely play Fire Emblem without doing it as an Iron Man. But, like, that's how I enjoy it now. And for me, Pokemon's kind of the same thing. Like, I really need to, like, Nuzlocke Pokemon to, I think, really... Not necessarily enjoy it, but to really get, like... that rush, you know. Once you have it, it's like a drug, you know. You got to keep trying to find it. But I really like it in Pokemon, especially randomized Pokemon, because I think one of the fun parts about Pokemon is just using a lot of like crazy kind of random Pokemon, and that really really scratches that itch. Like, I think to your point, I think Fire Emblem Pokemon, why I enjoy them is very similar. Like, it's really fun to use, even if characters are all kind of the same. Like, is there really that much of a difference in using like Sane or Kent? Probably not, but there's something about using them and like the fact that they can be very different on different playthroughs, even though all Pokemon are the same when you train them, but that like really appeals to me. And I think Pokemon's kind of the same way. Like, I would get excited in Pokemon to be using like a Tropius or something, you know, because it's just like, when do you use a Tropius, you know, or like an Absol, or I don't know, just some random thing. So that's what really appeals to me. Marty's level ups, by the way, have been not great, but it is Marty, so I don't hate doing this though, mostly because again, we really want to give experience to Safi, specifically weapon experience. What are Marty's growths? 15% speed. So not amazing. He currently has, so it's plus 30% and then it's plus 5%. So it's currently 35 plus 15 is 50. So that's not that bad, actually. His strength, on the other hand, does not have very good growth at the moment, but that's not too important because his base strength and the fact that he uses axes are kind of good enough to get him there on that. You can do it, Marty. I believe in you. Whether it could have a different MVP. Yeah, exactly. And while I think Pokemon kind of doesn't have that, that was a really good level up. Wow. Pokemon kind of doesn't have that because, you know, all Pokemon outside of like natures and stuff are always going to wind up being just about the same. That's why I really like the like randomized Nuzlocks, because it forces you to use some kind of like wacky Pokemon. But yeah, that's what really appeals to me about Fire Emblem, is like, because growths are going to lead you down different paths, and Iron Man's make it too that like you can only use certain characters because different characters die. It really makes every playthrough so unique, and that's what really appeals to me. Okay, I'm just gonna take this time to give her a few more heals. I don't know how far we are to A healing, but like I said, I really want to get there. Because she's gonna be fatigued for the next chapter, so it's really important to get her that healing. We need her. What chapter do we need her A by? It's not the next chapter. It's not the chapter after that. It's not the chapter after that. Oh, we actually have a while. It's chapter 12. Chapter 12 is where we really need her to be A, because that's where warp is extremely important. I think we can get her there. Yeah, I'm not worried about it. Let's get out of here. I got all the houses right. Yeah. That's the end of that, I suppose. Seems we've largely disposed of the bandits, sire. Without Dogdar to keep them in line, look how quickly they reverted back to their savagery. Jesus Christ, Lee! I'm reminded of a certain proverb. 1,000 Pegasi led by one dragon can defeat 1,000 dragons led by one Pegasi. 1,000 Pegasi led by one dragon can defeat 1,000 dragons led by one Pegasi. Okay. There's nothing more essential than the authority of a man answers to. A king, a god, a conscience, a code. Through it, evil men can be led to do good, and good men can be led to do evil. We've seen as much with Dogdar's men here. This is true of any group, be it a grand army or a small gang of bandits. The example set by their leader is what the people will follow. Do you understand, Prince Leaf? Yes, I must take that lesson to heart. No guidance chapter for us. Yeah, Malhan, sounds good. I'm actually going to end the stream here for now. So, perfect timing, actually, on your part. But yeah, unfortunate that we didn't get the guidance chapter. I actually have to go to the bathroom really bad. But yeah, really unfortunate that we didn't get the guidance chapter, but nobody died. Technically, I guess Dogdar and Tanya died because we're not going to be able to recruit them, but not the end of the world for sure. So anyways, I'll be back tomorrow, same time, do about 2 hours like today. So again, thanks everybody for watching. I really appreciate it as always, and I will see you next time.